Thanks for tuning in to Turn to the Stars. My name is Andrea Clem, and I am an astrologer from the local area. And I want to say thanks for tuning in today. We've got a really interesting show planned for you. And as you can see on the screen, the title of today's show is Ramona Interviews. And that is because my guest is Ramona Pokoly from Worcester, Mass. And she is the host and producer of Ramona Interviews, which airs on WCCA TV 13 on Worcester's City Community Access Station. Welcome, Ramona.
Welcome, Angie. You know, it is fabulous to be here in Manchester, New Hampshire, Channel 23 MPTS. It's always good to be at a sister station and see what's going on, see a wonderful new town. So thank you for just that opportunity in itself. What a beautiful city.
Yeah, it is nice.
And it's got a great skyline.
Yes.
So, you know, the city looks great. The buses, you get the green buses going on. It's all happening here in Manchester, I'm telling you. It's really nice to be here. I'm really happy. Thank you.
It's an interesting story how I met Ramona. Ramona Garcia, who's a very dear friend of mine, an internationally known psychic. You've seen her on Turn to the Stars before. She introduced me to Ramona, and we've just had some fun, you know, talking about, you know, our TV shows and our goals and so forth. And Ramona, as you can see, does Ramona Interviews, and so she's been in that doing that for quite some time. And what I love about her show is that she has this title at the beginning of her show that says where the telling of stories begins. And I know I love a good story, and anytime that I remember growing up saying, tell me a story, so that's why I like that so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
it kind of started off as not all the guests actually tell a story, but in the very beginning, one of the people who really kind of got me rolling as far as a guest actually came on and did a show, and he talked about his life, and he wanted to do it for his children and his grandchildren. Yeah. This is what he wanted to leave. He wasn't ill or anything. It's just so he talked about his life, and he also volunteered at the station, which was great, WCCA TV 13 in Worcester. So he came on and he read some poetry, and he talked a little bit about he was a businessman in the city and what that was like, and then, you know, what he was doing in his life now. So that was really a story that kind of unraveled or rolled through, and it was a great experience. Yeah.
So that kind of is the root of where that
actually came from. Yeah.
Yeah. How important is community access in your interpretation, or you know, how would you explain that? How important it is?
Community access it's first and foremost local, which I think makes it, how do you say it? I love where I am. I like the people that I work with, and everyone has that same common goal. How do you get out a message without the hype, without the drama, unless you want to create that for yourself, in a format where there's no commercialism, no one's binding you, tying your hands, you can't say this, you can't do that. Community access allows that. It also allows college students to come in and do internships so that they can learn television production, which a lot of colleges do offer that, which is great. But you can take it a step further because you can do reporting. Yeah. You can get training on equipment, current equipment, which is great and so important. And then you can actually do the work. You're not locked in. Generally, you can switch from director to producer to writer to reporter to anchor person and really grow and stretch yourself. Yeah. So community access allows you to do that. It also gives you that local feel, which is so important. What's actually happening in your community, because as the news stations have become larger and larger, as we know, we get great world news, and we get great regional news. Yeah. But sometimes, you know, the little local stories, they get lost. And as papers are merging and changing, again, it fills that void. Yeah. And it's just, you know, it's just a federal regulation that says that no taxpayer money is generally used, that it comes out of the Cable Act of 1972, and funding is available for cities who want to pick it up. And I just think it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have a show, and I wouldn't
That's
have a
right.
show if we didn't have the cable access.
Absolutely.
So I can't say enough about it. It's been such a great experience. And without it, we wouldn't be here talking to you and sharing.
Yeah.
It's just fabulous.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for anybody who wants to share information and knowledge of whatever it is that their interests are
Yeah,
in
and
the world.
and a lot of those stations are now going to the web,
Mm-hmm.
which is even better because it gives it more of a structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go. I'm assuming Channel 23 is on the web.
Yeah, live stream.
Live stream? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can go to Channel 23 and know that there are going to be shows that you can see, maybe by your favorite person that you want to see. But then you could go to Channel 13 in Worcester and see maybe something that they have. They have an antiques show. You can see my show. You can see other people who do shows. And it kind of gives you a little piece of different places in a region.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I think that that's why it's important that we kind of share shows with each other and we talk with each other and
Yeah.
go different places so that we can get that information out.
Sort of a uniting of what we do, which is a great thing in this time we're living in, because we're having this conversation about, you know, the age that we're being introduced to, that's birthing at this time. The age of Aquarius is about uniting, people coming together with common goals, and everybody taking part and doing their part. And everyone, thank you so much for watching Turn to the Stars this week, and we do hope that you have a great week, and so we'll see you next week. Take good care.